Hello everyone and welcome to a book talk for Bite the Woman That Feeds by Penelope Barsetti. As you're seeing an image, I've got to find it. I put my book in the wrong spot. Now I need to find it because it should be on the bookcase behind me, but it's not. So I've put it somewhere wrong. I think it's probably still in my room, but I need to double check. So I still wanted to film this, so I thought I'll just insert an image and we'll go from there. So, again, this is by Penelope Barsetti. This is book number 1 in the Dirty Blood series. There are 6 books in this series. This particular book that I read was published in 2023, and it is very much an adult book. This is a fantasy romance. There was an audiobook when I read this. It was available on Everand, and it was narrated by Ramona Master and Michael Ferrulio. Not quite sure how to say it. So this book is told in dual POV. So Ramona narrated the POVs for Larissa, who is the main female character in this book, and then Michael narrated for King Snake, who is the male interest in this. What has happened is there is this plague type thing going around. Think worse than COVID, okay? So King Snake is a vampire, and he lives with other vampires, and he's got to feed on humans to keep his strength up. Now, when he feeds, he can feed to the point of excess where it will kill the human, or he can feed and get his strength, and the human will recover, generally with eating and sleeping after. And then he can continue to feed for months and months, even years on end, on the same human. Well, this plague has made it so they cannot feed on humans. They are weakening, and they go to this area that's over the mountains and say, look, we need some humans. And so this king in the human village gives him 5 humans, one of them being Larissa. Well, it turns out they have figured that Larissa is immune to this plague that's going around because she can take care of people and she does not get sick. She takes care of them when they're sick. Well, she ends up going to King Snake, and he figures out, realizes she's immune as well. And he promises her he's going to try to figure out what is going on. Can he take what makes it so that she is immune and give it to her people? And goes from there. He becomes very much addicted to her blood and starts to fall in love with her. She starts to fall in love with him. And it is a romance. It is spicy. So it's a romance between the two. It does get very, very spicy. And it goes from there. So there is this other vampire village that's on the other side. So you have like the human village, and then this one that King Snake is in, and then there's this other village. I realized I was behind the image. So human village, vampire village, and then on the other side. So the vampire village that King Snake is in the middle of the humans and this other vampire village. And King Snake has a brother who lives in the same village that he does, who is like a commander of the vampire army. And then there's another brother who's in this other village where there's this female leader who King Snake had some kind of a relationship with, and it did not go well. And you learn more about that as it goes on. Now, King Snake does have a animal companion who happens to be a big black snake. This snake coils itself around King Snake, gets carried around. They are like best friends. They communicate to each other, like in each other's heads. Larissa is terrified of snakes, but this snake ends up protecting her, and then she grows a fondness for this snake that King Snake is a companion with. So I will be interested to see what happens in the next books with this snake. I am not a big fan of snakes, but I would rather come across a snake than a spider, in my opinion. So anyway, you have other creatures in this world. You have orcs, you have goblins, and you have elves as well. Or elves, I should say. And once other people, like in this other village, find out that Larissa is immune to this plague, she becomes a very hot commodity, and people are willing to get her or kill her so that King Snake cannot feed on her and will end up being weakened so that they can take over. So there's a whole bunch of theories going on, and you're trying to find out who really is doing what and for what theory and things like that. And that is the book. A lot of sex in it, so do be aware of that. So your content and your trigger warnings, explicit sexual scenes and sexual language. And let's see, what else do I have written down? You have blood, you have a little bit of gore. I didn't write any of the content warnings down. So yeah, you do have blood and gore, and then sexually explicit content. As far as representation goes, it's really going to be up to your imagination outside of the different mythological creatures like vampires, orcs, humans, goblins, and elves. It's going to be up to your imagination outside of that. So, the edition that I read was... Molly and Polly are running around. The edition that I read was 442 pages. So, in case you are still on the fence, let me go ahead and tell you about the words that were used. Please be aware there's always a chance that I could have missed a word here or there, so the tallies could be end up being a little bit more. And there's always the chance that maybe there's something that I read that wouldn't bother me, or I don't see it bothering people, but maybe it actually does bother someone, so there's always a chance there could be a word not written down at all. And then some of these words, I wrote down their present tense, but it could be that they are used in like a future sense or past tense type of a situation. So there could be slight variations to the words. So, with all that being said, we have the following words used in Bite the Woman That Feeds. We have betting 1 time, damn 25, shit 19, asshole 24, ass 30, bullshit 5, piss 5, the phrase goddamn 7, the word God 8 times, not in a religious context, damnation once, hard 18, load twice, dick 48, wet 11, careful, get off once, screw 3 times, come C-O-M-E, 13, clit 11, balls 3 times, arouse 6, erotic once, turn on 7, tits 11, head twice, pound twice, grind 7, pump once, seed twice, nipple once, damn it once, hell 3 times, prick once, dickhead once, pussy 5, thrust 8, slam twice, laid once, slut once, bastard twice, nub once, length 6, climax twice, lips once, fuck 84, whore once, deep throat once, cock once, blowjob once, and foreplay once. And those are the words that I was able to find that could be bothersome to some readers. So now you know, or you'll have a better idea at least if this book is one that you should give a pass to, no shame in that, or if it's one that you can go ahead and pick up if there's nothing that's going to be overtly bothersome to you and not going to send you into a negative spiral. Let me know if you've read this book. Have you completed the series, or are you further on in the series? Or is this a skip? So definitely let me know. And does this intrigue you if you have not picked it up yet? So definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I will talk to you later.